Despite the myths, whatever you believe, it's a sunny day in Manchester. All right, there's a little bit of cloud, but we're at the end of September. What do you expect? And it's another 3 o'clock kickoff. Now, I've been watching a lot of City fans talking on social media, the pros and cons of playing at 3 o'clock. If you're a match-going fan like I am, then you hanker after, or at least I do, hanker after the days of 3 o'clock kickoffs, because that's the traditional kickoff time. But that means, certainly in the UK, officially, the games are not on TV. So there'll be people today who are not here who are really upset because it's not on TV. So I wonder what people think about it being a 3 o'clock kickoff. Are they like me, traditionalists, or are they modern fans now who just expect every game to be televised? And as a former player who maybe was used to playing at 3 o'clock, what's it like playing when you play at a different time? Does it upset your routine? Let's see what I bump into today. Do you like 3 o'clock kickoffs or not?
Yes, yeah, perfect. That's how it should be. That's how life used to be. And 7:30 on a Tuesday, when it always rained and stuff like that, so you could do your slide tackles. But yeah, 3 o'clock on a Saturday is perfect.
If you were playing at a different kickoff time, would your routine all change?
Yeah, I can't imagine like 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. It's all because of television, basically, isn't it? So yeah, it would, because you always had a routine. Saturday morning, you got up, you had a bit of a lie-in, you got up and you just, you came down to the ground about 12 o'clock, bit of five-a-side in the gym and stuff like that. So yeah, it must be awkward for the players. I bet they have to look at the clock all the time. What time's kick-off, instead of just being natural.
You got any favourite Forest games you played against them?
Yeah, I remember, funny enough, Brian Clough came in for me when on about 77. Tony Buck said to me, "You're going to read in the paper that Brian Clough's coming in for you." So he said, "You're not going anywhere." And there was no agents then or anything. So it actually helped me because my contract was up for renewal, and I got a lot more money because of that. But the downside is Forest won the European Cup the following year, so I missed out on a medal. They took Colin Barrett instead. So yeah.
Oh well.
Hey.
City going to win today?
Yeah. 3 or 4 today should be.
I've just been speaking to Kemi Clements about games on Saturdays. You played at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. A lot of fans now are not used to it. What do you think of 3 o'clock kickoffs?
Well, we used to love 3 o'clock kickoffs, didn't we? It's just a case of getting out there and getting the win, but everybody wants them, don't they? It's difficult, isn't it? I think it's all media now, isn't it? They want games for when and as and how they want to do it.
Well, there'll be a lot of worldwide fans who'll say, I can't watch if it's 3 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's difficult. They pay the money and they pay the dues, so you've got to go and do it now as a club, haven't you? It's just a commercial venture. I'm afraid that's the way football's gone this day and age.
Do you miss playing?
Oh, I miss playing immensely, yeah, but I wish I could still play today, but don't we all? I'm not the first, I won't be the last to say it.
And Forest, have you got any particular memories of Forest?
I think I remember saving a Stuart Pearce penalty for Man City against Forest. I think somebody sent me that one, so I'm quite pleased about that. I think we used to beat them on a regular occasion, but we had a great team, didn't we, in our day? I mean, we've got a fantastic team now, but it's another world away, wasn't it? I'm just great. Brought my son today. It's his 21st birthday, so I brought him down just to. He's Man City. We live on the Wirral. My other boy's Man City, so we're bringing him up the right way. Perfect.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Bradley.
Is it your birthday today?
Yeah. 21, yeah.
So this is quite a celebration for you, is it?
Yeah.
What are you expecting today?
Good, lovely 4-0 win.
That confident?
Yeah.
See his hair, his Haaland's hair. He's got his long hair with Haaland and all that.
I wish I had it. Tell me, what does today mean to you? Because obviously twice European Cup winner with Nottingham Forest. You came on in the final of the European Cup Winners' Cup for City, so you're a very rare player. You've won a European trophy with City and 2 European Cups. What does today mean to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot to me. Obviously, my first club was Man City, and I learned a lot of standards and levels and habits that stood me in good stead for the rest of my career. So, City was my first love, and I come every week, or nearly every week, with my grandson. So I've become a recent member of the Man City fan club over the last, I suppose, 3 years. But obviously I've played 500 and plus games for Forest, so I have a soft spot for them. I just hope that Forest can do slightly better than they did last year. It was 6-0, wasn't it? So I expect City to win, but yeah, it's a good game and everybody goes home happy.
You played under the great Brian Clough.
Yeah.
How do you think Pep compares to Brian Clough?
The different characters. I see Pep is definitely a coach, first of all. Brian Clough was a man manager. That doesn't mean that Pep's man management isn't brilliant. It is, but yeah, they both were very honest and very fanatical football and want to win. That's the common link.
And dare I ask you who you're supporting today?
I'm at City, aren't I? And I'm here regularly, so I suppose I'm a City supporter.
What does it mean to you to come to a game here at City these days? What, is it special to you?
Is it special to come here today?
It's always special to come to see. Always.
What are your memories of Bobby Kennedy? I mean, I've just interviewed him. He's 85 years old now. You saw him play, didn't you?
Yeah, I did see him play. He was very athletic, big fella, good football player, plenty of skill, well built, and a nice. Always had a nice tan on him. You know, I know he's Scottish, but I don't know where he got that from.
And you're saying that as a Scot?
Yeah, I remember. I'm sure I remember him playing captain a few times for the team. Dead reliable player. You know, lasted the 90 minutes given the 90 minutes every match. He was, you know, he was a good product. There was plenty of good products come out of Scotland in them days, in the 60s and 70s. There were plenty of Scotch players down here playing in the first division. Yeah,
you think he'd get in this team?
Pardon?
Do you think he'd get in this team?
Possibly he could, you know, but he'd have to. He was fast, but you know, he's not as fast as Kyle Walker. You know, but he possibly he could. You know, with the right, he might have been the right manager for him, Pep. You know, like Joe Mercer and Malcolm Allison had him towards the end of his career, I think, coming to City, because Tony Book came in after him, and he was. But yeah, I thought he was a great. You know, he had a good team, City. Then things were different in them days. You know, I don't think the training was just was like the way it is today, but they're all proper toned up athletes, all of them. But yeah, you know, he was a good advocate for Scottish football. That's what I would say. Played in England.
I think it's my first game of the season back to the Etihad after the success of last season. I'm confident. I don't think it'll be the same scoreline of last year of 6-0, but I'm expecting Haaland to try and finish off the chances that he's had in the last couple of games. So expect probably 2-3 from Haaland with a 4-0 victory for Man City.
Would you like 3 o'clock kickoffs?
3 o'clock kickoffs. Because I got to travel as well. Sometimes for myself, it's probably better rather than the later evening kickoffs. So yeah, I'm okay with 3 o'clock.
Well, obviously, I think Haaland's going to bang an hat-trick in. He's definitely going to smash an hat-trick. I just thought we'd not be starting like we've been starting, where we go a goal down and it takes us that to start kicking off. And then basically we're just going to... I'm going to say Haaland hat-trick, 5-1.
5-1, I'll go with that.
This
yeah,
is my
5-1.
sister.
Happy days.
They will look
Come
alike.
on the Blues.
I thought it was really good. I thought, obviously, started the game really well, possession based. I think Forest had 2 touches before the ball was in the back of their net. It was literally all the possessions. Manchester City looked sharp, moving the ball, no one taking too many touches of the ball. Exactly what Pep would have asked them to. The rotation in position was great, and it was a fantastic first goal, wasn't it? Cross-field ball, Walker run off the ball, out to win. Thought he should have took it himself, very unselfish, laid it back, simple finish for Foden, 1-0, and Forest players must have been thinking, what the hell has hit them? Because they were just too good. And then the second goal again, dictating play, building up down the right hand side, delicious cross coming from a winger. That's the kind of crosses that I used to try and put in for centre forwards, and he gobbled it up, didn't he? He's not going to miss from there. Routed the keeper, put it back where the keeper was coming across from his near post for the cross, put it back into that corner, no chance for the keeper. And then just towards the end, I thought there was a little bit of jeopardy. They were starting to come into the game, Nottingham Forest, and I thought City, it's like a nuance, it's something you can't coach, but they just give the ball back to Ederson and control and almost take the phases of play that Forest were about to have away from him by going back to Ederson, having a little reset and then starting again. And yeah, I mean, it's brilliant football. You know, to the untrained eye, it might be just one team's better than the other, but there's a lot more detail, a lot more nuance gone into that performance. And yeah, I've been really impressed with Doku and Nunes, and look like they've been playing at City for ages. So fantastic first half, got to go again.
I thought it's a great win, but when are they going to improve the standards of referees in this league? Terrible refereeing again. They've won in spite of the referee there. But yeah, great result.
Did you see what happened with Rodri?
It looked like nothing. And if it took that long to check on the VAR, then it must have been something nothing.
And he could miss 3 games in theory, couldn't he?
He will, won't he?
Including Arsenal away.
Doesn't fill you with confidence with Phillips, but this is his time, this is it. Now he's got to do it, hasn't he? Last chance for Phillips. Let's hope he does. It's a great win though. It's a great win, but just rubbish referee.
Bit of a tough one that second half. Obviously the Rodri incident didn't really help our cause, and Forest got back into it slowly. The game was good at the start, obviously looked to be on the front foot, but yeah, I think that Rodri sending off in the long run as well, especially now, is going to cause us a bit of bother. You know, we've got, I think it's Wolves away, Newcastle in the Cup, and then I think it's Arsenal away, so got a really tough run of games without Rodri now, so hopefully that little cameo for Phillips there is a chance for him to shine now.
Rodri's been our best player, really.
Exactly, yeah, like Rodri's been incredible, like that first half as well. It's just sadly a little blip's caused us now to be without our best player. We've got Rodri out, De Bruyne, Kovacic at the minute, Grealish has just came back, Bernardo's obviously injured for a couple of weeks now, so it's a tough run now, yeah. So we just have to get in and try and get 3 points as quickly as possible each game.
We had to work hard there. We went out thinking we were going to win by a rugby scoreline. You know, they first 2 goals, you have to be clinical. We weren't clinical enough. The second half was a game changer. I've lost my voice again because the officiating again, you've got to look at the officials. There's no consequence for them. All right, the sending off, I've seen it now, is a sending off. You can't do it twice. Do it once to do it twice. Okay, but everything, the referee was just getting mucked into their system. But the bottom line for me is we've got 3 points. That was a hard fought 3 points. We could have had some casualty there. I mean, Foden was lucky not to. I mean, he's such a hard little rock. If he gets up, you know, a lot of players won't get up after some of the challenges that were going in there today. But they came out to hurt us. And Ederson at the end, class save. Again, they went on strikers, Chris Wood, Origi coming on. They wanted goals. We put 5 at the back, shut the door. We weren't pushing out, we were letting them come at us. And then Jack Grealish comes on and gets fouled, and nothing for that. And our lads are getting. But Ian, you know, City. Next step, let's go to Wolves, see what happens there.
I thought it was interesting, to say the least. I quite enjoy games like that. There was a bit of needle in it, wasn't there? And I mean, Rodri sending off was stupid, or it appeared to be stupid. We haven't seen the replays yet, but I was really impressed with the way City defended the second half, because they reorganised, they made changes, and I thought they hardly laid the glove on us, to be honest. Ederson came with a couple of good saves at the end, but up until then he'd not really had a lot to do for all Notts Forest possession. They didn't do a right lot with it, I thought, and I thought defensively we were brilliant.
I think it was a good game today. I think we did really well. It was obviously changed when Rodri went off, and we adapted accordingly, but I think we dug in, and the atmosphere was great second half. So
that was conducting the crowd, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and I love it when that happens. And I saw at the end, you know, Haaland was geeing everyone up, so it was brilliant. Yeah, so a good solid victory, I think.
So City, even with 10 men, cut the Forest down.
Absolutely, I love it. Thank you.
I don't know if you call that a game of two halves. Certainly the first half saw total dominance and 2 wonderful goals by City, and then the second half they had to deal with the absence of Rodri and a little bit of a reshuffle in terms of personnel, which is a challenge in itself, and showed the character in the team, the type of character, of course, that wins you titles. Another 3 o'clock kickoff, as it were, out of the way. The next one is, of course, in terms of 3 o'clock kickoffs in the league, is at Wolves next weekend. So in between times there's a trip to Newcastle, St James's Park in the Carabao Cup, and of course I'll be up there for that. And this weekend the audio podcast that I do will have Nicky Weaver as our special guest. Thanks very much to M&M Artwork and Mirrors, to motoringoffencelawyers.com and Timson for supporting the vlog, and thanks to you for watching and saying all the nice things that you do and supporting the work that I do. I really appreciate it. It's great being a Blue, isn't it?